Chapter in the case of missing Cornelius girl Madalina Cojocari that came to a close today as both of her parents finalized their divorce. The hearing today focused solely on the legal separation between the adults. However, the search for the little girl out of Mecklenburg County continues tonight. As we've been telling you, Madalina was last seen getting off her school bus in late 2022. Both of her parents, Diana Cojocari and stepfather Christopher Palmer, were arrested for failing to report the girl missing. Both have since been released from jail. Diana, the girl's mother, is currently out of the country living in her homeland of Moldova. Cornelius police still have Diana listed as a suspect in her daughter's disappearance. A reminder, there's a $25,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest of the person or people responsible for Madalina's disappearance.